Hi students, so in this video we are going to continue our discussion of signs of quadratic expressions. So already we have discussed about delta less than 0 case, delta equal to 0 case. Now we will discuss what happens when delta is greater than 0. That means the quadratic equation has real and distinct roots. So I have the process of we have the process of actually factorizing or expressing the quadratic expression in terms of roots like this. So let us consider alpha comma beta be the roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we are discussing the case of delta greater than 0. Means the equation has real roots which are distinct. So let me take the roots as alpha beta. So sum of the roots minus b by a, product of the roots c by a, that we know very well. Now if we take ax square plus bx plus c as y, if we take a common in this, so x square plus b by x plus c by a we get. So in place of b by a, using sum of the roots. Using sum of the roots in place of b by a, we get minus of alpha plus beta. Okay, using this sum of the roots. And in place of c by a, you get alpha beta. So now we can factorize this. So x square minus alpha x minus beta x plus alpha beta. X common in first two terms, minus beta common in the next two terms. So x minus alpha is anyhow common, you get like this. So this is the value of y. What is y? Ax square plus bx plus c value this is. So this is y is equal to, that is ax square plus bx plus c value. Divide with a now. Divide with a means y by a. Y by a means ax square plus bx plus c by a. So ax square plus bx plus c by a means y by a is equal to, in terms of roots you will get x minus alpha into x minus beta. Okay, now we have taken alpha beta as the roots. Now we don't know which is the smaller root, which is the larger root. So therefore let us assume that alpha is the smaller root. Let us assume alpha is less than beta because we don't know which is more or which is less, like that. So we are assuming like that alpha is less than beta. So I will take two cases here. I will take two cases. Okay. So let me write this. This is not required. So first case, we will check the signs of the quadratic expression for any value which lies between the roots. For any x value which lies between the roots alpha and beta, what is going to be the sign of the expression we will check. So I can also write like this. So this can be written as alpha less than x, x less than beta if I separate. Alpha less than x, interchanging the terms. Interchanging the terms, inequality changes. So x greater than alpha, x less than beta, you get like this. So x minus alpha is greater than 0, x minus beta is less than 0. So x minus alpha is positive, x minus beta is negative. When we take x between the roots, we will get like this. Now use this in this equation. Let us take equation 1 here. Let me use this in equation 1. X minus alpha is positive, x minus beta is negative. Then what is the product of these two? Positive, negative. Product of these two is going to be negative. Okay, so therefore I can write that from 1. I can write that ax square plus bx plus c by a is going to be negative, less than 0. Now whenever a fraction is less than 0, numerator and denominator must have opposite signs whenever a fraction is negative. Numerator, denominator must have opposite signs. This means ax square plus bx plus c and a have opposite signs. Okay, ax square plus bx plus c and a have opposite signs. Now, when is this happening? This is happening when x is between the roots. Then we are taking x value which is between the roots and substituting in the expression. Then the expression and a means coefficient of x square will have opposite signs. Okay, this is happening when x lies between the roots. What is the meaning of that? When you take a value of x which is between the roots and you substitute in the expression. If a quotient of x square is positive, then the expression value which you get will be negative. When quotient of x square is negative, then the expression value which you get is going to be positive. So expression value and quotient of x square will have opposite signs when you take x value which is between the roots. Is the meaning of that. Now let us take reverse of that. Means let me take that x does not lie between the, whatever x value we use does not lie between the roots. Let us assume like that. Okay, so case 1 I am rubbing now. For case 1 you are getting opposite signs for quadratic expression and coefficient of x square. Now let me take case 2. So if I take case 2, that is if x is less than alpha or more than beta, that is x does not lie between the roots. So for example, if alpha, beta are roots like this, x will be taken as a value which is less than alpha, or x will be taken as a value which is more than beta but not between the roots. Okay, then I will take first this case, x less than alpha, and already we have considered that alpha is less than beta, already we have considered. What is the meaning of this? X is less than alpha, which is less than beta. Is the meaning of that? X is less than alpha, which is less than beta. So I can write that x is less than alpha as well as x is less than beta. If I separate x is less than both alpha and beta is the meaning of that. Okay, so x minus alpha is less than 0 and x minus beta is less than 0. So x minus alpha, x minus beta both are negative. Substitute here. This is negative, this is negative. So product is going to be positive. That means from 1 ax square plus bx plus c by a is greater than 0. Because both these are negative, expression is going to be positive. So what is the meaning when the fraction is positive? Fraction is positive means numerator, denominator will have same signs. Okay, so numerator, denominator will have same signs. That means ax square plus bx plus c and a will have same signs. Will have same signs. When is this happening? When x is less than alpha. The same will be obtained when x is more than beta also. So this happens for x less than alpha or x greater than beta. For x greater than beta, what is the change we observe? When x is greater than beta, for example, you take this one. When x is greater than beta, beta is anyhow greater than alpha. So x is greater than beta means x is greater than alpha also. Then you will get x is greater than alpha greater than beta means x minus alpha is greater than 0. X minus beta greater than 0 you get in this case. Both positive you get when you take x is more than beta, you get both these positive. So product of them is anyhow positive. Same result you will get. So therefore, when delta is greater than 0, when you have two distinct real roots, when you take x between the roots, expression and quotient of x square have opposite signs. When you take x which is not between the roots, expression and coefficient of x square will have same signs. So this is the rule for signs of the quadratic expressions. Okay. Now let us try to discuss problems, how to solve the problems. When you are given a question, how you are going to actually solve that. For example, let us have a quadratic expression like this. We have to discuss the signs. Discuss the signs means what? When the expression is going to be positive, when the expression is going to be negative, like that. So for a quadratic expression, you have to check whether delta is less than 0 or greater than 0 or equal to 0. So first thing what you have to observe is, if delta is greater than 0, then only you have to find the roots. If delta is less than 0 or equal to 0, no need to find the roots. You can check the conditions which we have derived in the previous video. Okay. So check delta value here. So here delta is going to be b square minus 4ac. Delta is going to be positive. When delta is positive, you have to find the roots. Okay. So what are roots? You have to find the roots. So roots you can find by formula, or roots you can find by factorizing. Okay, so when you find the roots, you will get 2, 3 are the roots. Now for delta greater than 0, we had two cases. That is, x lies between the roots and does not lie between the roots. Okay, so check both the cases. So what we write? When x lies between the roots like this. When x lies between the roots, what is the condition? Coefficient of x square and our quadratic expression have opposite signs. Coefficient of x square is positive. That means expression should be negative is the meaning. Quotient of x square is actually a fixed value. So quotient of x square is positive means expression should be negative, because both of them should have opposite signs. This means what? X square minus 5x plus 6 must be less than 0. When x lies between the roots, that means you take any number between 2 and 3. Substitute in this, you will get a negative value only. So without even substitution, you can say that for any number between 2 and 3, this is going to be negative. You substitute 2.5 in this, you will get negative. You substitute 2.8 in this, you will get negative, like that. Now what happens if x does not lie between roots? Means x is not between 2 and 3. So if x is less than 2 or more than 3 but not between 2 and 3, then what is our condition? Coefficient of x square. Our condition is coefficient of x square and the given expression have same signs when x is not between the roots. Quotient of x square is positive, so expression also must be positive. So this implies x square minus 5x plus 6 is greater than 0 or positive for any x value which is less than 2 or more than 3. Let us take for any x value which is less than 2 or more than 3, no? Put x is equal to 0. 0 means less than 2 only, no? Check. For x is equal to 0, we are getting 6 positive, correct only? So without even substituting, for any x value less than 2 or more than 3, this is going to be positive, we can say. So this is the sign of the expression. For these x values, this is sign of expression for these x values. So this is the discussion of signs of quadratic expressions. Okay. let me discuss one more problem. So for example, x square plus x plus 1, this is the question. Discuss the signs or discuss the change of signs. For example, the question is like this. That's why I told you, you have to find delta first. Check delta. So what is delta? Delta b square minus 4ac. So delta is negative here. When delta is negative, no need to find the roots. Delta equal to 0, no need to find the roots. You have to find the roots only when delta is greater than 0. So delta less than 0, what is the condition? We already discussed in the previous video. So if you haven't seen, please check back and the previous video. So if delta is less than 0, what is the condition? Ax square plus bx plus c and a have same signs for all x belongs to R. This is the condition for delta less than 0. What is the coefficient of x square here? 1. So coefficient of x square is positive. So expression also should be positive because coefficient of x square and the total expression must have same signs. Quotient of x square is positive. That means the expression also should be positive for all x belongs to R. That means expression can never be negative. Expression is always positive only for any x belongs to R. Okay, so you substitute any value, you will get positive only. So without even substitution of a number, you can say that this is going to be positive. I can actually show this by extreme values, maximum, minimum values also I can show you. See, x square plus x plus 1. Coefficient of x square is positive. So when coefficient of x square is positive, you get minimum value. And formula is 4ac minus b square by 4a. Because quotient of x square is positive, we get minimum value. Okay, let us substitute. A is 1, c is 1, d is 1 by 4 into 1. So you will get 3 by 4. Minimum value is 3 by 4. That means f of x is always greater than or equal to 3 by 4 is the meaning of that. Because minimum is 3 by 4 means this is going to be 3 by 4 or more than that. So f of x means the expression is 3 by 4 or more means that will be always positive only, no? Okay, f of x is 3 by 4 or more than, that means it is positive only. That is what we got here. And that is what I showed you by finding the extreme values. Okay, so this is about delta less than 0 case. So what happens when an expression is given like this? Find delta. So here, if you find the value of delta here, you will get delta is equal to 0 for this expression. Delta 0 means ax square plus bx plus c and a will have same signs for all x belongs to R except minus b by 2a. So what is coefficient of x square here? Positive. So expression also should be positive for all real values except minus b by 2a. So I will write like this. Since coefficient of x square is positive, x square plus 4x plus 4 must be positive for all x belongs to R except minus b by 2a minus, what is b? 4 by 2 into, what is a? 1. So for all real values except minus 2. Why? Because x is equal to minus 2 is a root of x square plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. This is a root of the equation. Means when you substitute minus 2, you will get 0, but you will not get positive. Same signs means either positive or negative, no? So why we are not considering this means because this is a root. Means if you substitute this, the expression becomes 0, but not positive. So excluding this value, which is a root, for remaining real numbers, the expression is going to be always positive. So this is the case when delta is equal to 0. So all the three examples I discussed, delta less than 0, delta equal to 0, delta greater than 0, everything, all the examples we discussed. For example, briefly, I will discuss one more example. So 15 plus 4x minus 3x square. For example, a quadratic expression is given like this. So you can write this in order like this. Find delta. Delta is definitely greater than 0 for this. So delta greater than 0 means you have to find the roots. You have to find the roots. Okay. So let me find the roots here. So minus 3x square. What are the factors? 15 into minus 3 minus 45. By multiplying and by adding plus 4. So factors will be plus 15 minus 4. Plus 15 minus 4 will be the factors. Okay, sorry. Not plus 15 minus 4 because by multiplying you have to get 45. Okay. So 9x minus 5x actually factors. Multiplying minus 45 you should get. Right. So in the first two terms minus 3x common. So x minus 3. Last two terms minus 5 common. So x minus 3 common. Minus 3x minus 5. So what are the roots here? Roots are going to be 3 or minus 5 by 3. So therefore what are the conditions? When x lies between the roots, take the smaller root first. When x lies between the roots, coefficient of x square and expression have opposite signs. So when x lies between the roots, opposite signs means coefficient of x square is negative, so expression is positive. When x does not lie